Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Attorney Walter, if not the third, and I'm with Disability Resolution PA. I'd like to, for the first time, do something a little bit different in the beginning. I'd like to have a moment of silence. Recently, somebody who works with me, and I'm very familiar with Cheyenne. Her dog Tess passed away, and in addition with that, last night around 3 a.m., a dog that I knew for a very long time named Roxy passed away, and I received notification of it. It was very big subject for me because I feel very strongly about the love and the souls of the animals that we take care of. So I'd like to take a moment where we can have a moment of silence and then continue with the show. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and begin today. We're going to go through a lot of really cool topics. We have some people that are going to be calling in. And here's the new thing. Howdy, everybody that's joining up. Here's the new thing that we're going to be doing. $25 is going to be donated through PayPal. They've got to have a PayPal account to a person who calls in who you guys get to vote as to who you believe deserves it the most. So $25 will be donated to somebody. At the very end of the show, you will go ahead and vote on who that person is going to be, and then I will donate the funds. I want to go through some of the basics as to what will be coming up in the videos in the near future. I have over here the script that I'm going to be using. Well, it's not really a script. You guys know I don't make scripts. But I have some bullet points over here that I'm going to be using to go over the 5-month rule, the 2-month rule, the 12-month rule, the 24-month rule, and all these rules that will potentially be changed by President Biden in the near future. I want to go into some details with you guys. I'm not going to go into a lot of politics in the near future with information as to pro-Trump or pro-Biden. I'm just going to go forward and listen to people and present arguments either for or against in kind of a devil's advocate attorney sort of way. Now, what I'd like to do is get the phone ready. Phone is now ready. All right, guys, I've now opened it up. I'm going to put the phone number over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of an intro as to the changes that have happened with this channel in the very last couple of days / weeks. Let's go into it. Disability Resolution PA, law firm I've owned for 8 years. SpaceConstitution.com, the nonprofit that I'm basically just finalizing and forming right now. By the way, guys, real quick, if you want to see the trailer, it's on the website. You can't see it on a phone. You can see it on a laptop or a desktop. But the trailer, it's not the final one, but the trailer is actually on the website. I'm just finishing the little fittings and things like that. You have to hit the play button in the upper corner, the upper right-hand corner. I want to tell you guys about differences that have happened with the channel. The channel has grown significantly, as you probably saw with all the different comments and things, with a couple of videos that have recently come out. I think the one that just came out before this show was actually the one that people really wanted to know about, which was that whole $200 Biden situation. Whether President Biden was going to increase the amount that people can get on their benefits. Now, usually I focus my videos on how to obtain benefits. Now I'm doing a crossover of for those who have benefits and also how to obtain benefits. My goal here is very simple. I'm going to create essentially a giant list of all the things that you guys want. I'm going to put some structure, some legal information behind them all. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and basically set it up so that we can send this to the Commissioner of the Social Security Administration and also President Biden. I will take your ideas and formulate them into a legal document. But first, let's take a call. Here we go. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. We are live. Can I help you? And would you like me to go ahead and run questions with you for a hearing or answer a particular question? Perfect. So, excellent. One moment, ma'am. I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Remember to use a fake name for this. Madame, go ahead and walk me through. What is your question?
Okay. I was on a ticket to work. My daughter was on SSI, so they automatically put her on my SSA. All right, that ended. I got a letter saying, well, your time's up. And guess what? You're not eligible anymore. We found out that, we determined that you can work. So you're not getting any benefits. I'm not sure about Medicare. But you owe $4,966 for your daughter. So then I get a letter from SSI saying, well, guess what? Your daughter is going to get $186.60, and she wants to get $286 from the SSI because the SSI used to offset the SSA. under my Medicare ticket to work.
Mhm.
Okay, so I called the main office, the 1-800 number, got a woman. She was so nice, explained it to me. We actually typed out the letter to the local office here. Monday, I received a letter from SSI for my daughter. For me, it was forms that I just picked up today for to waive that overpayment for my daughter. Okay, dealing with my daughter's SSI. She asked them, and she said, I'm sending an email to them right now. I'll give you their number. I said, oh. She said, you'll probably get an answer within 7 to 10 days. That was Monday. I got the answer yesterday. They didn't answer any of my questions. They just printed out what they told me last month. In other words, your daughter's going to continue to get SSI for $186.60 with because of the $79.60 overpayment. And so therefore, that's it. Nothing was dealt with. Nothing was answered. They didn't say, well, we're going to increase the SSI check now because she's no longer on your SSA, your Social Security disability under your disability was ended. What do I do? Because these people are not even addressing it. Like, what do I do?
All right. So first off, that we need a little bit more of a descriptive kind of fact pattern of the whole situation. Let me see if I can break it down. Then you jump in. Your daughter's on SSI. She switched. She's on her own program now, as opposed to being on some sort of aux benefits through you. And so the bottom line is that how much is the daughter getting?
286.
286, and that's offset because the parents are earning a bunch, right?
No. She was on 286 because she was also on my.
No,
my
I don't.
SSI.
Okay, yeah, that's the problem. I need to know now what she's on.
Just the SSI.
And what is she getting now?
286 minus a 79.60 overpayment.
79.60 overpayment. All right, how much is the overpayment for?
79.60.
No, I mean the total overpayment.
Oh, that I have to pay for her. Okay, 4,966.
966. Okay, great. All right, so here's the first thing. Have you already submitted the 632 form? Have you already submitted the 561 form to go ahead and appeal and also request a reduction?
No, I just got forms to waive.
Okay, cool. So bottom line is this. That waiver form is going to be very important, and that'll probably drop it down significantly. You might even be able to get the entire thing waived. That'll get rid of the 79.60. Now, with that said, they might drop it down to like $2,000 or $1,500, but in that instance, you might still have to pay 79.60. But bottom line is, it'll obviously take significantly less time to go ahead and pay it off. However, I want to ask you this. What was the cause of the overpayment?
They said that I, on the ticket to work, made too much money.
Okay, so we got a ticket to work contract. So what do you have, the 5-year spiel?
No. I called and called and called. This woman had called me initially. I called her, and then through COVID, they weren't there.
Who? Who's this woman?
I got caught up in COVID. I'm over here in Pennsylvania. That says enough, okay? All right, so what happened was when I finally did get a hold of this other man, he said to me, well, you know what? We'll just send a letter to your office, and we'll put you on the long term, which is 12 months. And so when I spoke to this woman Monday, after I got these letter after letter after letter, what she said was that, in other words, there was an overpayment. I said, well, she said, you didn't know that the trial period was 9 months? No, I didn't. Did you know that there was this 2 months that they actually put you on, it looks like? I said, no, because I didn't get an answer. I had no idea what was going on. I wasn't getting answers. All right, so it's appointment only that I can go into the local. So she gave me the number Monday. I read to her what my letter said from Social Security Disability Ticketing. Guess what? You're done. So we have determined that you can no longer work. I'm like, all right, whatever. that means I lost my check and I lost my Medicare. However, you owe us your daughter. I'm like, what? Because my daughter was on that, we put her on that.
Okay.
When I was disabled, I work into. Okay, so it used to be that she would get over the 558, and then the 286 from the SSI would offset it. Okay, and that's what she got. So, all right, this is what she asked them. She typed up the letter. This woman from the 800 number down in Philly. She said, "Okay, I'm typing the letter right now. I'm sending it to your local office. You should get back to me within 7 days.
Okay.
Sometimes a month." Well, I got it yesterday. So they got the letter and they just printed out another one. And instead of saying you're going to get 280, my daughter will get 286, and we determined that she was got an overpayment of 7960. Instead of saying she'll get it in February, now they're saying she'll get it in March. It's the same letter. They didn't address anything.
All right. So you're hung up on them not helping you. I'm not surprised. At some point, you got to come with me to the circle of not being surprised as well. They, to be fair, don't know the law at the local field offices. They have a general understanding. They have a special book that they use that's kind of like an overview of how it works. They're not the actual SSRs and things like that. Look, get past that they didn't help me. They're not going to help you. It's not forthcoming. They're not going to help you in the future if it's something. Now, let's go back to the basics. We know we got an overpayment of $4,966. You said that you were signed up for a ticket to work contract, correct?
Correct.
12 months, right? 12 months. You said something about them cutting you off for 12 months. What does that mean?
It means, okay, after 12 months, they determined that, okay, you can work by the description of your job, which is a companion. I'm a companion.
Okay, so you blew through the 9 months. Then they were hitting you with, well, you're no longer in trial work period. Ergo, we're going to start to reduce your benefits because you essentially were earning too much. That's where this overpayment came from, correct?
Correct.
At what point did you enter into a ticket to work contract?
January 2019, but I didn't work that for a whole while.
All right, January 2019, you entered into the Ticket to Work program. Do you still have the original contract that you signed with them?
I believe I do, yes.
All right, email it to me. I'll go through it with you later. That's going to go ahead and give you one of these carrot systems to try and get you off of disability benefits. Let me ask you this. Is your goal to reduce the overpayment and then try to increase your daughter's SSI?
Yes.
Okay. Are you currently working now?
Yes.
How much are you earning per month?
$22.60.
All right. And that's why the SSI is so low. What happened to the father in this equation?
Pardon?
What happened to the father? Is the father involved?
No. Child support.
Okay. So there's child support, but all right. So then we have to look at how they're accounting for those. So the two incomes of both parents, that's how we're looking at the SSI for countable, income in this case. That's why the child isn't getting
they
seven.
Don't look at his, excuse me. They don't look at his at all. She's an adult.
How old is the child?
She's not a child. She's 32.
32. Okay. Oh, I remember this claim. We talked earlier. I remember this.
Did.
Okay, I gotcha. I'm on board now. Ugh. All right. I wrote a brief in between now and then. I had like 20 phone calls, but all right. We got a 32-year-old adult on SSI. All right. Yeah. So can you explain to me then why is she only getting 286 and not 794?
That was our question.
Okay. So now the issue before us is that's interesting. So they attributed your earnings even at 32 years old. That is interesting. That's a major screw up on their part. Okay. All right. Send me the ticket.
No,
I mean,
exactly. So they go ahead and they give it to me. I do nothing. I make them phone calls. We're in the middle of COVID. Nobody's over there. Nobody's picking up the phone. Then I get a letter lo and behold. Oh, that we've determined that you can work. Oh, and by the way, you now owe $4,966 for your daughter's overpayment on SSA.
Are you the payee?
Pardon?
Are you the payee? I'm trying to understand. Yeah, I'm trying to understand the connection of how you're relevant to the daughter, because normally it'd be like you wouldn't be involved, but if you're the payee and they're attributing your earnings as a payee, that is some weird stuff.
Wait a minute. No. Yeah. Okay. No. It goes right into her checking account. Doesn't go into mine.
No, I understand, but wasn't the whole issue here about an overpayment having to do with earnings and you earning too much?
No, that because they're going retro. In other words, they're saying, well, your ticket to work was up in May of 2020. So guess what? They now realize that there was an overpayment for your daughter.
Well, here's what I don't understand. Why is there an overpayment? Like, you've told me about your earnings being a problem. She's an adult that's on SSI solely. You're the payee for the kid. I'm having a hard time understanding what your earnings have to do essentially with the SSI for somebody that is a 32-year-old adult.
I'm not an attorney. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, I know. When you called me before, there were issues too, and we were talking about this because none of it made sense. I remember that. All right, so here's kind of the bottom line. Here's what I'm going to need. I need you to go ahead and send me the Ticket to Work program contract. I need you to basically send me the most recent Social Security letters where they explain whatever they explain. You said it wasn't much, but I'm sure it had something in there. I need you to call the SSA.
Yes,
yeah, I need you to call the SSA and get an accounting. And in that accounting, they need to include, a couple of years back. So I'm looking for 2017 forward. And then basically, I'm going to have to look at this thing and see why they are attributing your earnings to an adult who is basically of her own accord receiving SSI with you as the payee. There's some problems there, some big problems there. Not to mention, they're now claiming an overpayment. That's some pretty ballsy stuff. That's not correct. But all right, send this stuff to me. What we'll do is I'll take a look at it in the future. I won't be able to do it right away, but the first thing you're going to want to start working on is making a copy of that SSA 632 or printing out more, because the first one you fill out is not the one you're going to ultimately send in. Okay?
Now the letter of the SSA, and what was the name of the form that you?
The SSA 632.
632. Okay. And call SSA and accounting department from 217. What am I asking for?
I want from 2017 forward. All of the accounting that happened from 2017 forward.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I got to figure out where because your story doesn't make sense. I know I even said that to you before.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And that's the thing is I remember you were telling me this before and I sat back and I said, this woman's either crazy or they screwed up again at the SSA, which to be honest with you.
I have the letter. I will be more than happy to send you the SSA letter and now the SSI letter. I'll be more than happy to send them to you. I'm not going to be sure. I should be.
Okay. All right, because I have to look at this. I have to figure out what you as a payee were doing with the funds. I have to figure out, was there something going on that was there shared funds in the same? I have to figure out, was there a bank account issue? Was this an issue where you were somehow attributed contractually to this, 32-year-old adult with her SSI benefits beyond a payee? I got to figure out what's going on here because this is a weird situation. I remember when we were talking, I don't know how many hours it was, but it was today. I sat back multiple times and said to myself, this does not make sense. So you're going to have to send me this stuff. Now, with that said, at least once a day, the Social Security Administration at any level makes a big mistake that I have to look at least once a day. With the amount of claimants I have, at least once a day, I see a big mistake. But this one is weird. This is not one of their classic mistakes. Their usual mistakes are very simple. Their usual mistakes are they don't exhibit something correctly, or they improperly tag a file, with a red tag, or they remove a red tag when they're not supposed to. for the red flagging of expediting a claim, or perhaps they go ahead and don't process something. That seems to be their new thing that they've been doing for the past 5 years. But, I've been in this field for a while, so that to me is still a new thing. But bottom line is this is a weird thing that you're telling me about. So I'm going to have to take a look at what they've given you and what you have. All right. Now, with that said, I am assuming, see, they're starting to catch on in the chat over here. Are you separating the funds that you receive from your work from the funds that you receive from her? I'm assuming you have 2 bank accounts, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. There's hers, and it's her name, and I'm listed representative payee. Okay, and then I have my own separate account, yeah. And, again, she has activities. She has needs. She has special needs. She still sees specialists. I don't put on it that, I give her any money, but I do. Because her check is never enough.
Well, no, I mean, that's
okay, so
286 minus 79.60. That's not even enough to buy basic food. I'm guessing she's getting food stamps, but it's not enough. It's just not enough in the modern world. All right.
No, it's not. And again, she was in a day program. They had trips they go to. She was in a bowling program and activities. She did a lot of community activities. She was involved in. She had bowling and she was a social life, and I did. This all cost money. Okay, so then one of her checks would go towards, like, she's incontinent, she's had surgery, her depends, very expensive.
I got you.
Her bites for her mouth not covered. Okay,
I got you.
Like that I have covered with my own money.
But here's the thing.
She's my daughter.
That's not the legal issue, though. You got to remember, when addressing this stuff, we have to look solely at the legal issue. I understand you got to spend a lot of money on her, but the legal issue is, why are they using your accounting and your income, right, from in the past and also currently, against basically this person? She's on SSI. That's not some weird Oxford disability adult child benefit. It's not one of those odd programs, a little offside. It's SSI. You are the payee, but yet they're attributing your income to this person. That is surprising. They could be still applying the 1/3 reduction rule because you're assisting her, in which case that would be still too much. That would only drop it to around $500. So this is like the 1/3 reduction. Yeah.
Okay, I think what they're saying, and this is what the representative told me Monday. It looks like they're saying they're going back into last year, which they should have sent you a letter right away. In other words, okay, your ticket to work has stopped because you've gone over the limit, and for every $1 or $2 over, they charge me $1. Okay, Jessica, my daughter, she was collecting. They put her on my SSA when I was deemed disabled. Okay, so because of that, they're saying, okay, I forget how much it was, $548. He was getting from the SSA. Back like in May of 2020, when they deemed, okay, that's it, time to stop, and I never got a notice. Now they're saying, well, this is what you owe for all those benefits you got. That's what it looks like. So this woman, Kiva, sent them a letter. I read her the letter verbatim, what they sent me, pertaining to the ticket to work. It ended, oh, by the way, you earned too much on May 2020, which meant that if you were no longer on a ticket to work, she should have never been getting SSA. So you owe $4,966.
All right. So this is tying back to a prior situation where this person should not have been receiving AUX benefits or DAC benefits or any other benefits under the SSA. She did get them, and that's where they're claiming the overpayment from. Okay, I got it. I get that part now. All right. What I need you to do is create a timeline for me, because as we unpeel this onion, I'm starting to see more and more of what's going on. It still does not explain why she's only receiving $286 minus $79.60 right now.
Yes.
Okay. Make a timeline. Send me all this stuff. Make it easy for me, because when you explain, don't hate me, but when you explain things, it's tough to follow because you're not giving like bullet point facts. You're more of like, here's a bullet point, and then here's a story that ends up in the weeds of Disneyland over here. And then I have to jump in and say, well, what does this mean? And you go, oh, well, that's, help me out, make me a timeline, because I only now have it. And we've talked twice, but I get the whole prior, benefits. You're on them. They're charging her for that. I get that overpayment. You didn't understand, blew through the 9-month trial work. You went into a ticket to work program. I get all of that, but it still doesn't outline the 286. Make me a timeline. Get me the SSA docs. Please get me an accounting of what happened with the benefits, because it really does not make sense why she would only be getting 289. So the main fix here, by the way, is reduction of the overpayment, upping the 289 to 794, and basically then trying to get rid of the overpayment in total. If we do that, your life should be good, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Madame, I will catch you later. Yeah. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I just want them to address. Just answer my question. Okay, fine, I get it. There was an overpayment. I get that. I'm going to waive it. However, why is she only getting 286?
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, we got to get rid of the overpayment too, because that's a chunk of money to somebody who's earning so little, And I mean, when I say so little, I don't mean the $286. I mean $794. That's big. That's a lot of money, So, all right, sounds good. Get all that stuff prepared. Shoot it over to me. I'll take a look at it, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay, you're breaking up. So where do I send it to? You're
going to email it to info. Or no, don't send it there. That back office will get it, and they'll be like, what the heck is all this stuff? Send it to wrh@disabilityresolution.com. wrh@disabilityresolution.com. Send it straight to my email. I'll grab it. I'll know what's going on. If back office gets it, they're going to be like, what are you doing? You're helping too many people. They get angry with me because I spend so much time with people who aren't, yada, yada, part of the firm. But that's fine. Shoot it to me, and then we'll go from there. All right?
Okay, I appreciate this so much. I couldn't get it from the bottom of my heart. But since I spoke to you today, yes, I did try to get in touch with the local office here.
Sure.
They're not picking up the food.
Well, the fix to this is not going to be at the local field office. It's going to be at the commissioner and regional office level. But first, we got to figure out what the solution is. I think I know what it is. I think I know how to negotiate to get to where it needs to be. But I still want to see the paperwork, because
that'd be great. Happy to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to keep in mind too, sometimes like people will come to me with these problems and they'll suggest all this stuff, and then I'll look and I'll be like, well, it wasn't that. It wasn't that thing that you said it was. But that's not to be mean. That's just to say, hey, you maybe didn't know. So show me the paperwork that they send you. Let me take a look at it. I can figure it out pretty quickly from that. And then I can help you and give you the things you need to go ahead and structure a letter to send to the regional office to make the regional office force the local office to do the right thing.
I thought they did that. Tiara, her name was. She emailed them a letter. Obviously, it looks like they just laid it out February, and they just put March 2021 to be getting this amount of money to the overpayment. They didn't address it. They didn't ask for anything as usual. I've been through this before, overpayments, but it seems like the last 4 years went great. No problem.
I got you.
We satisfied overpayment like in June of 2012. Okay, great. And then, they give her money. Don't tell me why. And then a year later, guess what? I went back and found there's enough.
I know, and I get the emotional stuff. But me, I got to process these claims and get them through and done and get them fixed. To me, it's all what's the legal issue. But send it over to me. I'll catch you a little bit later. I'm going to grab some of these other calls coming in. You have a wonderful night.
Thank you. So am I.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you later, okay?
Right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. You are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name. Wait, hold on. Click through. Let me go grab it. Hold on. Here we go, guys. We're going to do the next phone call right now. We have missed a total of, oh my God. We missed a zillion. All right, we're going back to the person who called right at 8. Let's see. Oh, hold on.
Mary. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. You are live on YouTube. Make sure you use a fake name. Now, would you like me to go ahead and run hearing questions with you, or would you like me to answer a specific question?
I have a specific question.
Sure.
So I just recently, in November, got diagnosed with spinal stenosis.
Okay.
I've got a bunch of problems with my back, and I'm currently on short-term disability.
Sure.
Planning on probably having to go on long-term disability because I cannot sit at a desk for 8 to 10 hours a day any longer. I do not see myself going back to work at all, and neither do my doctor. But because I'm getting short-term disability and possibly will be able to go on long-term disability and have income, will that exclude me from being able, or should I even try to apply for Social Security disability?
Okay. What I'd like you to do is, do you have a piece of paper and pen with you?
I can write it in my notes.
Okay, perfect. On your phone? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do is write at the very top of it in all caps, I am going to file for Social Security disability insurance and supplemental security income, SSDI and SSI, tomorrow morning.
Okay.
The reason why
Do it.
is that you're going to owe them back for the months that you were waiting and then got paid back pay for when you're found disabled under the federal program. In fact, in the literature that they've given you, they've already told you somewhere to file immediately for disability benefits.
Okay.
And here's why. Short-term disability benefits, they're short-term, right? They're not super long. I mean, they're pretty long, but they're not super long. Long-term disability benefits, they're pretty short-term too. They're not super long as well. But federal SSI, SSDI benefits, they're for life until they transition into retirement if they can. But the bottom line is they expect you, they have actually requested of you to file for disability benefit. In fact, they will usually find, in my opinion, the crappiest attorneys they can to then, refer you to go ahead and get the claim started. I don't know why, but those insurance attorneys, they are the absolute friggin' worst. I have not seen one of those claims come down well. I've been doing this for 15 years through my firm and other firms, and I'm going to tell you, they are the worst. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they're so bad at it. It's usually at the other side of the state, and they don't do anything. That's what makes them so bad. But the bottom line is this, incredibly important. Tomorrow morning, what are you going to do?
I'm going to file for Social Security disability and SSI.
Correct. What are your top 5 most severe impairments? Yeah.
Pardon me?
What are your top 5 most severe impairments?
I cannot sit for longer than 20 minutes. I cannot stand for longer than 15 minutes. I don't sleep at night. I have pain in my legs. I know that's not walk along, for a long period of time. I have trouble driving sometimes. Okay,
so these are not your top 5 impairments. These are things that are difficult for you with maybe one impairment in there. I need you to go figure out what your top 5 impairments are. These are the things that limit your ability to function through medical diagnostic impressions: anxiety, depression, fibromyalgia, radiculopathy, spinal stenosis, the one you said in the very beginning. Medical conditions,
Right.
your top 5. You want to give me another shot at it?
Okay.
Top 5 most severe disabilities.
Spinal stenosis, degenerative disc disease, so bad, it's really bad. I've got 4 bulging discs, and I've got severe arthritis up my back, and I've got neuropathy. Bottom of my feet hurt. Neuropathy.
That was the best summary ever. The feet hurt. That's that one. I like it. That's good. All right, keep rocking it. Walk me through. What else we got?
Well, I'm seeing a rheumatologist to see if I have any autoimmune problems in a couple of weeks. I don't know about that yet, but those are the main things.
Okay. All right. So what I'm hearing is we got a bunch of.
Oh, and I have depression too. I have depression.
Okay, there it is. Good. Okay, so now we got to. Okay. All right. Immediately file. I'd like you to make sure that you put down every single impairment that you have. Make sure that tonight you make a list of all of your medications and at least 2 side effects per medication as to the medication side effects that you have, if you have those side effects. And then I'd also like you to start writing down every medical facility that you've been to for your physical impairments for the past 5 years and for your mental impairments since you were born. Okay, that's what they're looking for.
Okay.
All right. Now, other than that, do you have any other questions before I can pop over to the next call?
Well, so I'm receiving income. Will that be an automatic denial? And
No.
then we have to wait until I'm not getting income?
No, you're on short-term disability benefits. I mean,
Okay.
are you working as well? Are you getting short-term disability benefits and working?
I cannot work. No, I just have my normal income that I would get if I was working, just because I'm in short-term disability. But that's only going to last 4 more months, and then it goes to long-term disability, and they cut my wages by 50%. So.
Okay. All right. So bottom line is, you know what the plan is. Get to it tomorrow. Spend time on the application. Do it right. And then also, at some point, those little insurance companies are going to want to know, where are you at with your disability application? And you will be able to say, what? And then you'll be able to say, oh, no, I got it. I'm all good. So you're good to go. Indeed. I will catch you later at some point. Make sure you stop in next week. And I hope all goes well. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to shoot me an email.
Okay. Thank you so much today. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. So there's so many calls. I'm not even sure where to begin, but let's try the first one at 808. That's above the other 2 that I've called. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. Hold on. Hello, madam. You are live on YouTube. This is Attorney Walter Rudolph Knott III with Disability Resolution PA. Remember to use a fake name while you are live on YouTube. Madam, how can I help you? Would you like me to run hearing questions or just answer a general question?
Hi, my name is Ellie, and I have been corresponding with Cheyenne in the chat. I have a problem that kind of goes back several years. Starting in 2012 and through about 2014, 2015, Social Security decided that during the summer of 2006, for 3 months, I made too much money through a job. And so instead of simply making me repay back the payments that I made while I was making too much money, they decided that instead, and this happened over a couple of years, and mind you, my mother was my payee at the time in 2006.
Okay.
So they decided that they were, even though I have a permanent disability,
which
and I'm
is
on SSDI right now.
Which is what? Just so I know.
Decided, my main disability that qualifies me is visual impairment, but I have other disabilities as well.
Okay.
So they decided that every payment that I'd ever received since the age of 18 was a bad payment, I guess. And at first they said that I was going to owe them, and my mom, they tied my mom into this, like $80,000 in back payment.
80,000.
And then, yes. And then after like going back and forth with them for a couple of years, it was reduced to maybe a little under 60,000. And I was kind of, myself and my mom weren't very smart about handling this at the time, and we didn't hire an attorney, which hindsight, obviously I should have, because now, ever since then, they've been taking a small amount out of my SSDI check every single month, and I'm only 40 years old. It'll probably take me until long after I'm dead to pay this off. I have not been able to work, and part of my disability. Sometimes I can work for a little while, but then often I get sick, and so
yeah, it doesn't work
I end up
out.
having to cut my hours or lose the job entirely.
Okay.
So
let's focus. Let's focus on that overpayment real quick. So what is it down to now?
Sure. I'm not entirely sure, but this was decided in about 2014, so I've only been paying on it for about 6 to 7 years, and they only take out about maybe $50 or so out of my check each month, which, as we all know,
I gotcha.
They're barely enough to survive on. So,
Okay. All right, so let's go through this real quick. I'm assuming that you requested a reduction in the overpayment, right? So this is kind of like the earlier claim we went through. Have you filed a SSA 632? Have you filed an SSA 561?
No, because I have no idea what either of those are.
All right, do me a favor. You have a piece of paper there with a pen, or you sound younger. Do you have a cell phone with like a sticky program or a note program?
Yeah, I'm only 40, so.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so yeah. So I know we're gonna have to be like, when somebody that's 20 years old comes on, I'm gonna be like, do you have a screen that pops out of your arm that you can type on? Like that's where they'll be like that. They'll have it imprinted into their body. But okay,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I'm grabbing some pen and paper.
Yeah, take your time. No, that's fine.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Somebody wants treats and kisses, and it's an adorable little doggy.
Yes, except when I'm on the phone.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I have pen and paper.
Perfect. First thing you're going to write down, SSA 632. SSA 632 is your overpayment form. Second thing you're going to write down is SSA 561. That is your appeal form. You're going to fill out those two and request basically a reduction. You're going to also appeal and explain why you don't feel that you owe anything. Okay. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'll try to get back to you. Just keep in mind, there's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of phone calls every day, and there's only so many staff members that I have during this whole COVID thing. And then some of them got sick with COVID because, apparently going out and dancing with people, why not? But all right, so sounds good, madame. You work on that. Make sure you give extra treats to your security guard, okay? Perfect.
I will do that.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, madame. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Okay, guys, the next phone call. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott with Disability Resolution PA. We are live on YouTube. Would you go ahead and let me know? Remember to use a fake name. Let me know. Would you like me to answer a question or run hearing questions with you as if we were in a disability hearing?
No, I would like you to answer a question for me if you can.
Absolutely.
Okay. You want me to use a different name? Okay, call me Katina.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
I am on Social Security disability and SSI. and I have been for many years, so probably about 17 years. But I got screwed over when I first applied for and went through the process to get disability. It actually took me 9 years to get it. And what happened was I started out in New York, filed the claim. I had moved to Florida. I was married at the time, and during the time I was trying to get the disability, I wound up divorced, moved to Florida, and continued the process. I had a lawyer in Florida. The lawyer told me that there was absolutely no way I could lose, that I was extremely disabled, and there was no way they could deny me. They wound up denying me repeatedly, and right before I was going to have my last appeal, I saw the judge, and the judge did not ask me anything, did not let me speak. He asked me to stand up and said, oh, well, you look like a young, healthy woman to me. And that was all that happened at the hearing. And then I was supposed to receive the decision and then have one more chance to appeal. Well, the whole 9 years, they had no trouble finding my address. But after the judge made his decision, surprisingly, it was mailed to an address that I never lived at, and I never got the decision. And when I finally called my lawyer to say, what's going on? You know, what happened? I never heard nothing. And he said, oh, yeah, you were denied, and I'm sorry. And the only reason that we can think of that you were denied was because after 9 years, they owed you way too much money in back pay, and they didn't want to pay it. And we're sorry if it went to the wrong address. We don't know why. We don't know what happened. After 9 years of fighting, and then I moved after that. I moved to New Jersey to be with my daughter, and within a couple months, opened up a new case. Within a couple months, I was declared disabled and got my disability.
Okay.
And I want to know, is there anything that could be done? I was screwed over. Obviously, they didn't want to pay me all that money, so they purposely said no, denied me when I was very obviously disabled.
Okay, so how many years back was that?
That was back in the late 1990s.
They're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to do a single thing because we're talking about late 1990s. We're talking about 20 plus years there. They're not going to do anything about it. What should have, and this is
it might have been 2000. It might have been as late as 2000.
It was still 21 years, And I hear you.
Had I asked a lawyer to help me years ago with that, could something have been done?
Yeah.
Because I was screwed over?
You could have used a special clause to basically reattach to the original claim to go to appeals counsel to extend via the 404.911 statute to extend the 60 days to go ahead and appeal. You'd have the issue of the new claim being filed, cutting off the old claim, but you could still take that claim to the SSA, go through the SSA docket and take it to federal district court, which is probably where they would have to actually do something. Here's something that I want to know, though. Your initial claim from beginning filing to denial at ALJ hearing level took 9 years?
9 years, yes, sir.
And that wasn't
9
multiple
years.
filings. That was just one filing, you're saying?
One filing.
Well, how the hell did that happen?
I don't know. I didn't have a lawyer in New York when I first made the claim, but when I got to Florida, I got a lawyer, and I don't know why it took 9 years, sir, but it took 9 years.
I want to give you an award, or I want to give you like a trophy.
They didn't let me get my last chance to appeal it either by purposely mailing it to the wrong address. And then then the lawyer said, well, you're out of time now. It's too late. And we're sorry, and there's nothing we could do now. So that was a lot of money that they screwed me out of. 9 years worth of money.
Yeah, that's a ton of money. I mean, that's mega bucks. Now, just for my own edification, you said this was a slam dunk. This was the easy win. This was the Kobe against the 5-year-old going to just make that hoop happen. Okay. What were your impairments back then?
systemic lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, degenerative joint and disc disease of the spine. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I was very sick lady.
And you're still a sick lady, right?
Yes, and I'm even worse now.
Good.
Now I have more on top of that. Diabetes and high blood pressure. Yeah, I got a whole ton of stuff going on. A small brain tumor.
Yes, you could have.
And I am on disability, but you know, I get the bottom of the barrel, $814 a month. Here's
what should have happened. It is an absolute astronomical abnormality for a claim to take 9 years to be able to get to a hearing. That is, I've never seen that. So that is unique. Okay. And I've been doing this through a lot of other firms and then 8 years through my own. So I just want to point out real quick, that is an anomaly. Now, with that said, your claim should have gone to appeals council, gotten a remand, or gotten denied, gone to district court, gotten a remand or approval or potential denial, and then go to circuit court and up from there. You can continue to appeal up from the ALJ hearing to appeals council, district, circuit, and the Supreme Court. That's what should have happened with the original claim. So the law firm basically did not go ahead and do the appeals council option, which is a very bad thing, especially with 9 years sitting on the file, because that attorney, and let me explain why that was a stupid thing for the attorney to do. A lot of you guys all know 25% up to 6K. That's what the attorneys get paid. They get 25% of basically your back pay / retroactive benefits up to 6K, unless they appeal it.
Been a ton of money for him too.
Well, no, but see, at the ALJ level, he's limited. He could only get $6,000 from a win there. But if he appealed it to appeals council all the way up here, that 6K limitation, that 6K ceiling on his fee, well, that goes away. Then it's just 25%. And what that means is that he could have gotten 25% of 9 years worth of back pay. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So that was a major mistake on their part, especially for a claim that was such a slam dunk.
And let me ask you, whose mistake was it to send that decision from the judge to the wrong address, preventing me from getting my very last appeal?
Well, that would be the SSAs, and you'd use that as part of your argument to say that you were not told in a proper and timely fashion by the SSA, which is clearly covered under the 404.911 statute. So go check that out, 404.911. You will be surprised and also very sad about the home you could have bought.
I'm already very sad and have been ever since that happened to me. Because once that happened and I moved to New Jersey, it took almost no time for them to say, oh my God, yes, this lady is disabled.
I hear you. Hey.
So, okay, well, there's nothing I can do about that. But I do have another question, if you don't mind. I would like to contact you privately and discuss my options, because I saw written in your thing there that even being on Social Security disability, you can have a car, you can have a home.
Yeah.
I don't have anything, and my dream has been to have a home.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being told I got to move because they're raising the rent or they're selling the house or, all the excuses I've gotten through the years. And I'm too sick to keep moving. I want my own home. So can I call you privately?
Yeah, that's fine.
I live in Florida again now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Give me a call at some point. We'll go through it, and then we'll catch up from there, All right.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Okay, I will do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Have a wonderful night.
You too now. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
One second, guys. I'm going to call the next person right now. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. You are live on YouTube, and I wanted to go ahead. I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Make sure you use a fake name as we talk. Would you like me to go ahead and answer a specific question or run hearing questions with you?
A specific question.
Excellent, good sir. What is it?
Okay, I'm on Social Security disability, and I'm 59 years old. My wife, she's working, but she's got, chronic arthritis in her hips and degenerative disc disease and depression and anxiety. They told us, Social Security Administration told us that she can't get SSI or Social Security disability as long as I'm on it. Is that true, or?
Well, wait a minute. You're on SSI or SSDI?
SSDI.
She can get on SSI. It depends on what you're earning. If you earn over a certain amount. I mean, are you working while being on SSDI, or are you just getting straight SSDI?
No. I'm just getting straight SSDI, but she's working right now.
Okay.
But her pain in her hips and back's getting so bad,
Okay. So let me ask you this. Hold on. I just have to type a thing real quick to a person that's in the chat. Okay. So here's the bottom line. I need to know when you explain this to them. Now, first and foremost, she can apply for both. She can be found disabled for either or SSI or SSDI. She can. If she gets on to,
we was married.
Even if you're married, you're not making enough on SSDI. I know that the program just doesn't offer unless it's now. What they were probably saying was, well, how much does she make? Well, if she's making that, working that much, can she still go on? Then no. The answer is no. But if you're only on SSI or SSDI, then she can.
Should I tell you how much I make on SSDI? Or?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go for it.
I didn't know if this was too much or not. The way they talked, it was it's after my Medicare and stuff. It's $14.85 a month.
Yeah, I mean you're way below the countable income that they're worried about for somebody receiving SSI.
Okay.
So you're good to go. You're fine there. She can apply for SSI and SSDI. She's obviously working.
She don't have enough credits. She don't have enough credits. I don't believe for she's only working like 4 years.
She's got 4 years of credits that she needs. Or she
parent right now, but she worked before, but we had 4 kids, so she stay home, take care of the kids and stuff while I worked. But she's been working for 4 years, but I know she probably wouldn't qualify for SSDI, but maybe SSI.
Okay, so here's what I would say. She's here's the thing. She can potentially work a little bit more, probably get enough quarters of coverage. How old is she?
55.
All right. So we're starting to get into that territory of the upper 30s of quarters of coverage that you would need. How many quarters of coverage does she currently have?
How many quarters you got covered? Now, she's been working 4 years straight now. So I think they said you got to do at least 10. But she's got it off and on, but when the kid was young, she'd stay at home because we'd hire a babysitter, and the babysitter wouldn't watch them.
I gotcha. Now walk me through this. With those 4 years she's been working, has she been working full time?
Yes.
All right. So here's some quick math. 4 quarters per year, 4, 8, 12, 16. She's at 16. She would need to basically double that to go ahead and get her enough quarters of coverage, which means her ticket to ride is going to be an SSI ticket to ride, which means she's going to have to file for both SSDI and SSI, but she's only probably going to go through, if disabled enough, severe enough, for SSI. Now, she'll get a much smaller check than you will per month, but she'll still get her SSI, she'll get her Medicaid, and then basically you'll be on your SSDI and get your Medicare. Now, she will have to transition at 62 directly onto retirement at the lower level as the penalty goes. But you on SSDI will continue until you reach your full retirement age, 66, 67, whatever it is, and then you'll basically switch over to retirement once you've reached your full retirement age.
Yeah, I mean, if something would happen, because I got a lot of medical problems and stuff. Something would happen to me when someone told us when she turned 62, she could claim my my Social Security. Was that true? Or
well, if she's found disabled, she can choose it at 50. But if she's 55 and she's found disabled, a year later, 56, she can choose it right then and there.
Okay, yeah, because I'm just saying, because I'm wanting to stick around with all my health problems I don't have. So
It's a good choice. It's a good
okay,
choice.
okay,
Perfect, good sir.
okay.
Sounds good. Do you have any additional questions?
No, that's all.
Perfect, good sir. You have a wonderful night, and I will catch up with you guys later.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, good sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Call from
Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott with Disability Resolution PA. I just wanted to go ahead and let you know you are live. Make sure you use a fake name. Would you like me to run hearing questions with you or answer a specific question?
Just answer a specific question.
Okay.
How you doing, Mr. Walton?
Good, good, good.
I spoke with you a couple of weeks ago about the, my left lung collapsed on me. Told me to call and check up, give you a brain check or whatever was going on.
Okay, it's tough to hear you, good sir. Am I on speaker or?
No, I don't have you on speaker.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see like what's going on because I had my hearing in August, and here it is February, and they still saying that they finishing up the letter.
Okay. So is this my claim or is this somebody else's claim?
Oh, somebody else. Well,
Okay.
This is my claim.
No, I know, but is this so? Was I your? And I know I don't have your name because we're using fake names, but was this with another attorney or me? Okay, I don't have access to your file, but here's the bottom line. It takes usually 3 to 4 months. It can take a little bit longer. Some judges even went up to 8 months. So it's not totally out of the realm of reality for you to be waiting from August. So let's say, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, that's looking at 6. You're getting to the end of the rope, what most people usually have for deciding the claim. Now, what you're really asking me is, which way are they leaning because of how much time it took? Look, here's the thing. Most claims that take longer for them to decide are usually the claims that they put aside. Now, at the end of your hearing, did the attorney promise that there were some records that still need to be collected?
No, the judge needed she needed a medical record, but I was already in the process of getting that sent to her the day of my hearing. So by the time after the hearing, my lawyer already got it. I already had emailed it to her and everything. She was like, "I give y'all 30 days to have that." We had that to her by the time the hearing was over.
Okay, so then that's not the issue. So here's the thing. Claims that take longer are claims that were given to the writer. That's the attorney on behalf of the judge. The writer writes it up into a brief, and usually those are the claims that are put aside. They could be put aside for both good reasons for you or bad reasons. They could be put aside because they're not sure what they want to do with it when they go ahead and work on it. And the judge said, take a look at this, let me know what your thoughts are, and then advise me, and then I'll advise you which way I want to go with it. It could be a situation where they were wanting to go and look into your records, where they wanted to buy more records because they thought there might have been something in the record that was incorrect or fraudulent. It could have been one of those situations where they just got super duper busy and they didn't have enough time, or one of them got COVID and got sick. It could be any one of those reasons. However, claims that take longer. Now, what was the percent passage rate of the judge that you had?
Excuse me, say it again.
What was the percent passage rate of the judge that you had?
Oh, the percentage rate? It was like 40. She had 40%, and then I looked on another one. It was like 19% when she first started.
Okay, well that doesn't really count because the first year that they're still figuring out where they're going to put that judge. But all righty, so what you got a fair shot. It's lower than the national average, but you got a fair shot. Bottom line is this, okay? You need to understand that essentially, in this particular instance, you're going to have to wait for them to come out with it. And if you push them too hard, it is very easy for them to very quickly just say, nope, we're going to rewrite the brief as a denial. So be polite. Yeah, go ahead.
Because they had told me about a week and a half ago that it was like that they still editing it.
All right, so look, here's the thing too. If they're still editing it, it's with the brief writer. the attorney on behalf of the judge, the attorney advisor. So bottom line is this. That means they're finalizing it. Whatever you do, don't find a way to piss them off. Just don't.
Right.
Keep them happy. It's going to take, this is how it works. Take some time to finish it. Once it finishes, it goes to the judge. The judge reviews, gives a thumbs up, thumbs down, corrections are needed, or it's approved for what the decision is going to be, favorable or unfavorable. Then from there, it gets uploaded or goes to the clerk. The clerk uploads it into the ERE system. A letter goes out, and then that letter dictates to you basically whether or not you'll be found disabled. However, what you need to do, since you know that they're finalizing it, is about 2 weeks to 3 weeks from now, call your attorney every 3 days and ask him, hey, has it been uploaded to the ERE? Has it been uploaded to the ERE? If it has, what is the decision? Your attorney will be able to go into the Electronic Records Express and see what the decision is before it's been mailed out.
Okay. So asking about the ERE after it's been uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you so much. Now, what is it that you got? I'm watching your show. I'm watching it live now. I see something about $25 donation. What is, like, do we donate to you or you donate to your fans? Like, how is this going?
The way it works is I am putting it on all the people in the live chat at the end of this show to pick out a person who basically was, somebody that they would like to see receive $25. And they get to choose out of all the people who called in who I will be donating through PayPal $25 to.
Okay.
So that could be you. You never know.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, I called you, and hopefully when I get a decision, I'll be calling back, letting you know what the decision is.
Excellent. Sounds good, good sir. I will catch you a little bit later and have a wonderful, wonderful night.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, good sir. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, we're going on to the next phone call. Give me one moment. I'll get us ready to roll. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott with Disability Resolution PA. We are live on YouTube right now. We're going on to speakerphone. Now, would you like me to run hearing questions with you, or would you like me to go ahead and answer a question? You there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect.
Hello?
Yep. Would you like me to go ahead and answer a question, a specific one about disability law, or would you like me to run hearing questions with you?
I'd probably answer a question.
Perfect, madam. How can I help you?
Short.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm hearing you later after you said it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and mute your computer. Go to YouTube and then find the button where it shows the sound and just mute it there.
Oh, okay. Mute it's my tablet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Thank you. The reason I was calling is I have asked for a way to get someone like you to answer some questions because my son was disabled at birth as far as being blind in one eye. But when he turned 19, he was in a tremendous accident and he became disabled, and he got his disability because he was had many bones broken and is unable to do anything physically. Well, when he got married, of course, according to the laws, he lost his disability because the wife had, a job. After that, they were divorced for 10 or 11 years later, and they were married 20 years to begin with, and he went to try to get his disability back because he had no way of making any kind of money to live off of. And so what he did, he went to the doctors, he got all of his medical records, he went to the Social Security medical doctors as well, and they decided that he was very much so disabled as far as doing the physical work and that kind of thing. But he was such a genius that he could get a sit-down job somewhere. But he has depression and
PTSD.
PTSD, yeah, and sciatica, probably deterioration by now, the hip where it was broken.
Mm-hmm.
And I could go on and on, but I want to try to make this as short as possible.
Okay.
And they decided, okay, you can find you a job somewhere. There's plenty of sit-down jobs. Well, that's not quite so. We live in the rural area of a county, and there's just not anything that he can do. And so they said he had to wait till he was 50 before he could get any kind of help. Now, you know as well as I do, you can't very well live on nothing. So I've tried to help him all I can. Of course, I'll admit I'm 70 years old, and it's getting rough for him and me too, and he doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
So we even asked several attorneys in our area about going ahead and refiling for it, and no one takes the case because said that they would just turn him down again. Now,
because of his age, or what was the reasoning?
I don't know. They just said he could find a job. There's thousands of them out there that with someone who has a bright mind. And I'm like, I have a hard time dealing with that statement for the fact that there are people that get it that are physically able that get it and don't have the right mind. So why could that even have to be a comparison to the situation? And I just feel like, he's 47 now, but still, his worth, his self-worth is not there. And I just wanted to know if there was any kind of thing that you could suggest, you could do, that, because nobody will even take the case in our town.
All right, so we don't know why people are rejecting it. All right, let me run some basic questions. Is he there with you or no?
He's in the other room. Because of all of this, he's very depressed and he's very humble anyway. And so their reasoning was he wasn't disabled because he had a good mind. His mind, he's very intelligent. That's what they said to him. That was the Social Security doctor.
Let me ask you this. All right, what are his top 5 most... Well, actually, let's do this. Is there any way that we can talk directly to him so that I can have a better understanding of his claim, as if it were like I would run with all the other claimants that I traditionally talk to?
Actually, I think right now he's in there on his computer in the other room, so he's probably tied up talking with somebody or something, and he doesn't like me to spring things on him. But I could have him give you a call and talk with you if that would be okay. Of course, I'm not going to give anybody an answer there, but it just pulls him down more and more. He's lucky if he gets up out of a chair. He hits sciatica and the other thing, and he feels like he's lucky if he gets up in the mornings. And I just felt like that kind of an answer just made no sense whatsoever. And then when he talked to the other attorneys, he told them exactly what he said, and they said, "Well, if they said 50, I wouldn't touch you because they wouldn't give it to you anyway."
All right.
And
I gotcha. So here's the thing. Have him call me because claims under 50 are tougher, but they don't scare me. I have claimants that are, 5 years old to 12 years old to 15, 18, 20, 21, 40, 30, 60, whatever. I have all kinds of claims. So have him call me. Now, remember, though, is this the type of individual where if I make some advice, he's not going to take it? Just tell me up front.
no, I think if he does call you, he will do whatever you tell him to.
All right. So,
I mean, he's been, because he's been to the doctors. He's been through all the tests and everything from the Social Security places that they sent him to. I mean, he just got tired of doing all of that and getting slapped in the face again.
Gotcha.
And it's like I said, he can hardly get up and walk.
Well, have him give me a call. I'll see what I can do to get him through. If we get him through, that'll very much so help out you, which I think is very important. I think a lot of people need to understand that being able to help out your mom, even when you have an impairment, is incredibly, incredibly necessary, because think of all the work, the money, and effort that you put in to get him to the point where he is. So absolutely, when he gives me a call, I'll do my best to go ahead, walk him through the claim details, go through the questions I have, and then hopefully we can go ahead and get him rolling and get him in the right direction.
That would be an answer to a prayer, and I thank you so much.
Absolutely. Ma'am, have a blessed night, and I will catch you a little bit later.
And you do the same, and either he or myself will call you.
Perfect.
I'll let you know.
Thank you, madam. Have a wonderful.
Thank you.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nope. I'm not sure if I cut it off too soon there, but all right, guys. Well, oh, we got another one calling in. Okay. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. You are live on YouTube, and I have a quick question. Make sure you use your fake name throughout this process. Would you like me to run hearing questions with you, or would you like me to answer a specific question?
Actually, I'd like you to answer some questions for me, please.
Okay, good, sir. Now, it's really hard to hear you. Am I on speakerphone on your end?
No, sir. Hold on 1 second. I have my earpiece in. Let me take it off.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I can barely hear you.
Okay.
Much better.
Is that better? Okay. I'm calling in regards to my wife.
Okay.
We have been battling for 4 years trying to get her disability.
Mm-hmm.
She has suffered from thyroid cancer,
mm-hmm.
which now has been converted to Hodgkin's lymphoma. She has 2 separate heart conditions, Wolff-Parkinson's White syndrome and AFib. She's had to have complete knee replacement surgery. She suffers from a really bad case of anxiety and depression.
Mm-hmm.
She's also suffers with an extreme case of endometriosis, where she basically hemorrhages every month, and we end up in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Which we pretty much stay in the hospital at least once or twice a week as it is, dealing with her heart problems. The doctors have told us that she is 10 times more likely to have a stroke than the normal person with AFib,
mm-hmm.
because of her condition. The Wolff-Parkinson's White and the AFib battle each other. She was going through the ablation surgery for the Wolff-Parkinson's,
mm-hmm.
and it actually created the AFib problem. She ended up dying on the table, and they resuscitated her,
mm-hmm.
and they stopped the ablation at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not able to fix the Wolff-Parkinson's because of the AFib. She also can just be walking
down the hallway or standing there, and she just blacks out because of her problems with her heart.
Mm-hmm.
She had already filed. She was denied. We appealed. They denied the appeal. And at that point, the attorney said, okay, I'm not going to represent you anymore. But we found out that the attorney we had not updated her file, and the disability adjudicator went by her records that were from 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at a point now where we rehired an attorney, and we had to basically start all over again. She was on Medicaid last year, and they took it away from her in February. And I'm disabled, and so we fit in the low income criteria. But now they're stating that she only qualifies for what they call a family plan here in Georgia, and it only covers her seeing the OBGYN to get birth control. That's all the help that we can get for her blood pressure medications and all the medications that she needs to survive every day. I can't afford because they're well and over $800 a month. My question is, how can we expedite or get her case, which we refiled back in May of last year, and we have heard nothing up until November when we talked to the adjudicator, and he wanted to know all the doctors that she was to see for them to assess whether they are going to send her to the disability doctor. And we have not heard anything, nothing. Nobody will tell us anything. We can't get help anywhere. And I'm afraid that she is going to either die or the cancer is going to take over her body to the point that she's beyond any help.
Okay. So you're saying that you filed, just so I understand, you're saying that you filed a claim for disability benefits beginning of last year, and you still haven't received any adjudicatory, and the DDS rep hasn't decided the claim yet. Is that correct?
Right. I mean, we have not heard anything.
Okay.
They claim that we were told by her attorney that due to COVID, everything is basically ground to a halt within the Social Security office.
But that is true, but not to that degree. I mean, my God, sir. I mean, it's where you're almost at a year without a decision at the initial level. That there's a problem there.
Right.
Okay. So, all right. Let me ask you this. First and foremost, go look at this statute. I'm going to help you. Go ahead and write this down real quick. Well, do you have a piece of pen and paper there? Okay.
Yes, sir, I do.
I is an igloo. So I-2-1-40. Go look at that statute. See if she falls into any of those. Those are the expedited allowance statute options. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Next thing is this. Has she seen a CE doctor yet? It sounds like not. Has she seen a medical expert on behalf of the SSA?
No, we haven't.
Okay. I want you to direct your attorney to go ahead and direct the DDS rep to be able to talk to you guys directly.
Okay.
Then I want you to go ahead and call your DDS rep. Do you know how to call the DDS rep?
No, sir.
All right. Be careful what you say to them, because you could F it all up, and I don't want you to, but be careful what you say to them. The way you call them is, and here, I'll give you the phone number for DDS down here real quick. Hold on. You're going to call them, press £0, and that'll get you to the operator. The phone number you need is, one second. Hold on. You can use this to get to them up there. 800 342 2065. 800-342-2065.
Okay.
You're going to call that number. You're going to ask to speak specifically with the DDS rep. You're going to give them the Social Security number. They'll redirect you to the Social Security Administration's person, the DDS rep person on behalf of your claim. Now, what will happen is this. You're going to talk to your DDS rep, or you might have to leave a message, in which case, keep calling them back. They'll give you an extension usually. If they don't give you an extension and they automatically connect you the first time, call them back at that phone number, press £0 and ask for an extension number. Now, if you go through a week and a half to 2 weeks with not being able to get a hold of this person, then you need to call £0, the operator, like you've been doing, and you need to go ahead and ask for the manager of the DDS rep. Once you get the manager of the DDS rep, you're going to go ahead and basically have a new extension. You're going to reach that manager. If you can't get a hold of that manager, call up the DDS rep operator again, £0, ask for their manager. You're going to get somebody on the phone doing this method that's going to say, okay, let me pull up the claim. They'll pull up the claim. If you still cannot at that point get a hold of your DDS rep, ask to be transferred to a different DDS rep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I have another question. The Hodgkin's lymphoma in her neck is now affecting her being able to eat.
Mm-hmm.
At night when she sleeps, she wakes up choking. We have not been able to get her into I forget the name, the cancer doctor, the endocrinologist.
Yeah.
We have not been able to get her into them. I know as of last year, the nodules in her neck were at, or February of last year, the nodules in her neck were already at 8 centimeters. And now they're basically doubled in size, and
big.
the lymph nodes under her armpits now are swelling.
That's big. That's not good. That's not good at all, sir. All right. So, all right. Look,
we're basically at emergency status here.
Yeah, you are. Because you know, not only you're at the cancer status, but now you're at the where did it spread status. So let me ask you this, as a concerned citizen of America, good sir. I understand she's got it in her neck. Where else are her lymph nodes starting to begin to grow?
Underneath her armpits.
Okay. Any groin area issues?
Not at the moment.
Any issue? I mean, I know she's. Yeah, go ahead.
In her chest, we have found like a knot. But again, the insurance and we weren't even notified that they were taking the insurance away from her.
Mm-hmm.
They claim I'm on disability myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so they claim that I make too much money for her to qualify for Medicaid. And I don't understand how that is when she had it for 2 years up until February of last year when they just cut it out. No warning, no letters, no nothing. We got a letter in the beginning of March after we already figured out that it was cut off because we went to her heart doctor. Yeah, I mean, it's we fear that one of the things that's causing her blackouts is the pressure against her jugular veins.
That would be so bad. Yeah, that would be a horrible. All right, so look, here's the deal. You're a smoker, right?
I am.
Yeah. How many packs a day do you smoke?
Less than half.
How many packs a day does she smoke?
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
Never has.
Never has. Okay. Okay. Does she have any additional nodules on her body, either around her head, cranial, neck, back, chest, arms, anything like that?
In her chest, not real sure about her arms.
All right. Here's the.
I mean, also
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Here's the scary thing. You're saying that she's got AFib. She's got some cardiovascular based issues, right? So that's coming because usually a person is highly stressed, or there's some irregularity when it comes to blood flow, or there's something that's pushing on something that wouldn't traditionally be there. Something's going on, right? We know there's a nodule that's basically in the respiratory system. I'm guessing she's having a little bit of difficulty with breathing. It's probably becoming more problematic. Now, what worries me is that she's got a nodule in her respiratory system. She's got a lymphatic problem that's basically in her neck, which is now probably going to her underarms, and we know that's in her chest. So that we know at this point she's got cancer in her neck. We know at this point she's got cancer under her arms. We know at this point that she's got cancer spread to essentially her lungs. The scary part about this is that the lungs are not like most people think they are, these big giant open, things. They're like all these little tiny sacs. And she is going to have an issue one day based upon this, where her body's not able to fight off something called pneumonia. So my point to you is, what kind of medical treatment is she getting?
Nothing.
Okay.
We go to the hospital.
Okay.
And that's what our attorney advised us of, is any problem, go straight to the hospital.
Yeah, but did your attorney advise you about what's really mechanically going on inside her body, and have the doctors at the emergency room been kind enough to explain to you some timetable issues that might be occurring with her system?
No.
Sir, I would like to advise you to find whatever money you can to get her in front of a specialist to get some sort of MRI, because with these people, and I have these people, they don't make it to be found disabled. The problem is, and I'm not trying to scare you, I am a little bit, because I really think she needs medical treatment. But the problem is, good sir, she really, really, really needs, and I mean really, really, really needs, to get an MRI. And if she does not get an MRI, you're never going to know the true horrors of what's going on. So it is incredibly important that whatever you do tomorrow, whether you sell a couch or whatever, you get her an MRI. Okay?
Okay.
And here's the thing. A lot of the doctors, I have prior employees that didn't like to go in front of judges because they didn't like to have to deal with bad news or get yelled at. Doctors are the same way. They don't like to have to share bad news and go through the process of dealing with how they had to be the bad guy. Asshole. It's always been that way. I don't know why, but I'm telling you right now, I bet you a shiny silver nickel that she's been unable to walk as far as she normally could. Her breathing is getting more difficult. She all of a sudden, she feels overwhelmed and tired. I bet you a shiny nickel that she gets all kinds of little colds. I bet you a shiny nickel that she has issues with saliva, dryness of the eyes, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yes.
It would be imperative that tomorrow, whatever you do, aside from disability benefits, because I'm telling you, this is going to be fast, you need to get her an MRI. Okay, good sir?
Okay.
Now, with that said, get in contact with that DDS, get in contact with the DDS's boss, beat the drum, and explain to them that you believe she may fall into what's called a compassionate allowance listing, due to her cancer with multiple nodules, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right?
A compassionate allowance
Listing.
okay.
Guys, you have a wonderful night. Please, please, please go get that MRI, and I'll catch up with you guys at some point in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
God
good
bless.
sir. You as well. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, guys, real quick, let's go on to the next one. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see real quick. Let me find the next person. Let's see. Okay. See, it's tough, guys, because I'm trying to find people I haven't already called, and then a lot of people called back multiple times, but I'll find another one real quick. Let me see if this is a new person. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. We're live. Now, have I already spoken with you tonight? Excellent, good sir. All right, I'm going to hop off and talk to the next person, good sir. Oh, actually, okay. So, but I haven't talked to you yet, though. Correct, good sir? Oh, okay. I talked with you earlier today. Okay, excellent, excellent. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm putting us on speakerphone. I'm going to go ahead and set us up. Now, good sir, would you like me to run hearing questions with you, or would you like me to answer a question specific to your disability claim?
Well, specific to my disability claim, I've been fighting Social Security for, maybe 10 years now. I'm on disability.
Mm-hmm.
And I went 36 months being denied. I went before the same judge twice, which according to what I understand is highly illegal, but Social Security said, oh, no, we can do that. I've appealed it several times with the local appeals council. They keep denying me, but they've approved my case, but did not approve my back pay. My first attorney quit. She absolutely quit.
Mm-hmm.
She stopped. She said, I quit. My second attorney she was able to give me my disability on the aspect that I don't get my back pay. So she didn't get paid anything. I sure wish she would have, but, had she done her job, she would have gotten paid. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, but what's the legal question? I get that you didn't get any back pay. You tried to appeal it to get back pay. Where are you at now with it?
I've gotten a letter from the IG stating that I need to show proof that I've appealed him several times. I've appealed him. Well, yes, I've appealed this judge, and I loosely call him a judge, several times, but I keep getting kicked back from the appeals council saying, well, this is the way it goes, basically.
Okay.
So I keep hitting brick wall, if that makes sense.
I understand you, and I tell you what, give me 1 second. I got to go and let the dogs out real quick, and keep in mind they've been waiting patiently. So I'm going to grab you on the phone. Give me 1 second. Actually, I'm going to leave the phone right here. I'm going to let them out and in because they're going to switch off. But 1 second, good sir. 2 seconds. Hold on.
Okay, take your time.
Perfect. Okay, I am back now, guys. Let's go ahead and go into the details relevant to this. So you want your back pay. You're not happy because you didn't get the back pay that you were due from the claim. You went ahead and said, attorney number one, figure this out. She said, nope. Attorney number two came in to argue it, didn't get any money. It's been going up to appeals council again. You filed charges and complaints against the judge. You got remanded to the same judge after doing such. And how many times have you gone before this ALJ?
The same ALJ twice.
Okay, so usually on the third time.
Another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I went before another one a third time at the request of my congressman.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, that's the rule. Is you go in front of somebody else at the third time. It's not the congressman that did that.
Well, no, my congressman talked him into having me go before them again.
No, he didn't.
However,
good sir, he didn't. And I got to be clear on this because I don't want people to get bad law. Congressmen, when it comes to disability benefits, are next to almost useless. And the reason why is they just send out a template letter and then they barely have any pull or throw when it comes to it, whether they're senators, House reps, or whatever. The rule is at the third time, you go in front of a different judge. That's how that works.
Well, I went in front of a different judge the third time, and he denied the claim.
So, okay. And I guess what I'm getting at here is they felt that your alleged onset date should be right around when the hearing was, right? That's what they're saying. No back pay, no retroactive benefits. What was their reasoning for that?
They gave no reasoning.
They always give some
The only
reasoning.
thing I can think of.
Yeah, because they have to validate
no, they
it.
sure didn't.
Do you have the
No, sir, they
ALJ
never
brief?
gave-
Yeah.
Do I have his name?
Do you have the ALJ brief, good sir?
Not on me, no, sir. I'd have to go out in my safe and get it, but I guarantee you, they said no reason. They did not give a reason why. They just said approved with no back pay.
Send me via email the ALJ brief. I'll take a quick look at it, a quick read of it, and then I'll see if I can find the section that they validated as to why they would move your AOD. And I mean, you should have gotten, it sounds like, to me, it should have not said fully favorable, but should have said partially favorable. Is that correct?
No.
Well, if it didn't say partially favorable, then that means your attorney set your alleged onset date just a month or whatever before or during the hearing for your claim, which means that basically that attorney did not discuss with you using what's called the nuclear option. The nuclear option is where they move your alleged onset date all the way forward to wipe out any and all of the back pay / retroactive benefits if there's a good reason, like the medical evidence is really amazing for right at the hearing, or you just turned 55 right at the hearing, and otherwise the claim wasn't very good. So, I mean, walk me through, what did your attorney say was the reasoning for why they set your alleged onset date to be right where the hearing was?
She was very vague, extremely vague. She didn't say a thing. She just basically said you're approved with no back pay. And we're talking about 36 months back pay that we had, 6 months that we had to suffer through with Social Security fighting them. And I had a legitimate claim. I still have a legitimate claim. I'm not allowed to drive in the state of Louisiana because of my seizures. And I really, you know, the way I look at it, if I drive and have a seizure and get in a wreck and hurt somebody, then I'm a threat to the public safety, if you can understand that.
You are. They make a law for that. They take away your license.
Yes, and they have.
Yeah.
And I am not debating that with my state. I really am not. But I'm debating Social Security. The thing is this same judge has got a reputation for being a very bad judge.
Okay. And I mean, you know, remember, being a bad judge is not illegal in the sense of they deny a lot of claims. Only when they don't properly adjudicate as to errors of law or fact are they actually a bad judge, you know, where they commit some sort of, you know, either moral, ethical, factual, or legal issue from the actual, you know, fact pattern presented before them with the law to join it. So, okay, send me the brief. Let me read it. I'll give you a heads up as to what was going on. I'll take a look at it. I understand that you're emotionally connected to this thing for getting back pay, and I get that. But you got to be open to the idea that when I read this, I am not going to bull you through it. I am going to be very straight, crystal clear, and honest with you, which may not be what you want to hear, and it may be something that you do want to hear. Be open to both, okay?
I will be, as long as you can direct me in which direction I need to go. But I will email that stuff to you tomorrow morning.
Perfect, good sir. The email should be somewhere in the links below. Shoot it over and I'll take a look at it. It might take me a couple of days to get to it, but I will at some point get to it. If I don't get to it in a couple of days, send me a nudge, shoot me a text, give me a call, and we'll go from there.
Walter, I appreciate whatever help you can give me.
Excellent, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful night.
You have a blessed day too, sir.
Thank you, good sir. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, we're going to try out another call real quick. Oh, howdy, good sir. I just wanted to check in. Did I just speak with you, or is this a new caller? Perfect. I'm going to go on to the next caller. It popped up as the next one either way, but thank you so much, good sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so that's that one. Let me try out this one, guys. Okay, we are ringing. Let's see if I can get another caller on the line. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott, Disability Resolution PA. We are live on YouTube. Did I already speak with you, ma'am, or is this a new call? Excellent, excellent. We're going to go live right now. Make sure you use a fake name throughout the discussion. And also, would you like me to run hearing questions with you or answer a specific question about your disability benefits?
Specific question.
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Okay, I worked for the federal government since 1996, retired with a federal disability retirement in 2013. Then I started receiving Social Security disability benefits in 2016. But I had worked the entire time as a caregiver with my sister. And just recently I received a letter from Social Security inquiring about my income limitation. They want to know more about my work and my earnings. And it looks as though I have exceeded that limit.
Okay.
Which is, I believe, is it $14,000 a year? I believe something like that.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, at my age, now that I'm 63, if I should just go ahead and opt for a regular retirement, or do I shorten my work hours? Or, what would you recommend? What are your thoughts?
So, and it's a complex question with a pretty, you just want me to tell you what the answer is, right? To cut right to the point?
Yeah.
Okay. What you want to do is you want to reduce your overall hours, then do an analysis of what you have as money coming in, and make sure that you figure out what's countable income, non-countable income that's earned, and then you look at unearned countable income and unearned non-countable income, and then you look at your resources that are countable resources versus non-countable resources. Those categories, you can take those, look at them, and reduce the overall amount that you are actually earning per month that is countable by the SSA. Once you do that, you can go ahead and basically then look at how much you have left over that you can potentially earn per month. You will then reduce your hours to that. You will stay on SSDI benefits. You will ride that until you reach full retirement age, and then you will transition from there over to full retirement.
And is full retirement 65 or 66?
It depends on your age. So basically, and they have a calculator online where you can just click in your age or whatever your birthday is and just boop, and it will tell you whether it's going to be, you're not going to be 65, but it might be 66 or 67.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, madame. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, and I'll catch up with you guys, or you catch up with me at some future point.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, let's do one more caller. Here we go. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. We are live on YouTube. Make sure you use a fake name throughout the proceeding. And also, would you like me to run hearing questions with you, or would you like me to answer a specific question about your disability benefits?
No, thank you. I just have a question.
Okay, walk me through it.
Okay, so I am on, I think, SSDI.
Sure.
But because of I was married when I ended up filing for disability.
Sure.
They went up to a time period when I was a housewife. So I received an SSI check. I have been disabled, I think, since 2006. 2006, I believe.
Okay.
And since then, I have had a couple accidents where my health has been worse.
Okay.
And that was like about probably, I think, 6-7 years ago. But I would like to try to go back to work. As weird as it sounds. I've been watching the channel tonight, and I'm like, oh, these poor people, I've already gone through it, and I'm here, but I've always worked. So, and I'm getting bored, but I feel I'm in the position where if I sit too long, I hurt. If I stand too long, I hurt. So, I don't know, I'm like, why not just, I want to know how it would hurt me if I went back to work, basically.
Well, what you're going to do is you're going to look at how many first. So here's step one. Step one, how many months do you have left of your trial work period? You can use some of those to try out work. Then go to step two. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have never tried to go to work. It's something I talked about. I was like 90-something% of the way there, and then I had 2 accidents within a month.
Okay.
So
all right.
then it was like, so I never even tried to go to work.
Okay. So basically here's the thing. So you're going to have 9 months of trial work period where you can fiddle around. And then you should be looking around midway through that as your options as to ticket to work program. That's where you'll get a contract from the Social Security Administration, and you will basically agree to terms to be able to earn the money you earn from working for a certain amount of time and be able to keep your disability benefits for a certain amount of time. And then at some point, your disability benefits will cut off. And that is basically the transition you want to make. Trial to work, ticket to work, and then basically off of disability benefits.
Oh, okay. I'm at the point where I am going to be 50 years old.
Wait, so your phone's cutting in and out a lot. Did you say 50 or 60?
50. Not 60, 50.
Okay, 50. Okay, so basically...
Yeah, I will be 50 years old.
Yeah, so
I'm not worried about retirement.
Yeah, so not that old. So I mean, the bottom line is, you can see how the ticket to work program is going, and if you cannot complete that contractual agreement, you can let them know and transition back to Social Security disability benefits. It depends on what contract you sign. They might have a penalization in there, but the bottom line is you can do that. But here's the thing, or rather, be penalized.
Okay.
But here's the thing. If you want to be able to try, and I'm guessing when you say work, I don't mean a couple of hours here and there. Because if it's just a couple of hours here and there, you can stay under SGA and you'll be fine. But if we're talking work, like full part-time or full-time, then bottom line is you're going to start looking at, well, if you get over full part-time, over 20 hours, then you're going to be starting to look at essentially using up your trial work period months. And then, essentially after that, you can go into ticket to work.
Okay. I was thinking part-time to start out because, like
Sure.
I said, I honestly don't know where I'm at. Like, I've needed knee replacement surgery now for, these past years.
Sure.
And I have to wait, like, over 10 more years before I can have it. So, and I had surgery from the accident, other surgery. So it's kind of like, what am I able to do? That kind of thing. Like, can I do this or can I do it?
Gotcha.
And there's only one way to find out is to try. If you don't try, you're never going to know.
I agree.
So
yeah. So,
right.
All right.
So I don't want to lose my, my insurance. Because I take prescription drugs, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
I don't want to lose my insurance, but I just don't want to be in a position where, okay, you're cut off.
Gotcha. Well, madam, I would say this. Begin the process. You have your trial work period. As you ramp up hours, begin to erode the trial work period 9 months. And then midway through that, begin your transitional aspect of contacting the local field office about signing an agreement for ticket to work. And then begin your process for working under the ticket to work program. And then if you can complete that, hopefully you'll have a career and be able to not need disability benefits.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that because myself and my attorney actually called disability and they told me, I had one worker told me if I ever went back to work, she'd take like how much money out of every dollar I earned. That was one worker. And then this last time when we both called, they said I could make up to so much per month and I would be fine.
You can, but remember
so
that
the ticket to work and all that I've never heard of until tonight when I was watching your show.
Yay, we learned something together. So
yes, I I did. Thank you so much. Because I'm like, what is this? What is all this? Like, are you kidding me? Like,
I know.
I'm not on the phone by myself here. I have somebody who, you know,
That's
is an
amazing.
attorney listening to this whole conversation.
That's amazing.
You know this, and you're telling me you can earn this much money, and it'll never be an issue.
Let me promote this idea to you. Yes, you can earn up to a certain amount. No, it's not an amount that you're going to be happy with. You're gonna burn up your trial work period months and need to go into the Ticket to Work program. So just start being okay with learning about those programs. It won't take you long to learn about them. Learn about them as much as you can, all the ups and downs. And this is one of those gotcha situations when it comes to the Ticket to Work program. So read about it. But other than that, basically prepare yourself to go ahead and begin that process. But also please remember, a lot of people tell me, rah, 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 I'm going to go hop in a tractor. I'm going to go hop into a receptionist desk. I'm going to go ahead and start selling hot tubs, rah, rah, rah. 2 months later, they're in the hospital. Right. So just be reasonable with yourself as to expectations. I find I use that all the time with my daily activities. I tell myself I'm going to get 20 briefs done today. And then by the end of the day, when I've gotten my second one done, I have a little chat with myself on the couch with a pillow. And I realize that there was no way for me to actually, And my dogs come over and we begin canine therapy and they ask me what's wrong. And then we go through that. So, yeah. But, so,
right, like I don't want to overdo it, but there just becomes a point where, I have good days and I have bad days. So it's on my good days, like, what do you do? Like, I'd like to go volunteer, but there's got to be a starting point somewhere. And it's like I'm not getting help for that starting point, and I don't think they're always honest.
Well,
they're not always honest.
This is your starting point. No, I hear you. I mean, this is it. I mean, if you were playing Monopoly, you just rolled the dice. So, all right, Madame, okay. I will catch you a little bit later. If you run into any issues, catch up with me. And if I hear from you again, excellent. Let me know what happens, and we'll go from there.
I will, and thank you so much for the information. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I will catch you later. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you for all your help.
Thank you. Bye-bye. You as well. Bye-bye. So, guys, we now are at 10 p.m. And the rule is, and we don't really have a structure to this, I would like to donate $25 to a person who is basically called in. Cat Daddy, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's incredible. Florida Couple, you have always donated and donated a lot. And that's been absolutely spectacular. I just want to put out there, guys, when it comes to this donation, the bottom line here is we want to donate to somebody who we feel really might need the donation. If I were to donate to somebody tonight, I would donate to Florida Couple. Not just because she's donated so much throughout the many, many shows that we've done, but because I know the situation she's going through right now is a very, very difficult one. So that is the person that I am placing my vote in. If there's somebody else that you guys would like to place your vote in, please let me know in the live chat area who you would like to go ahead and receive the $25. And I vote for whoever you want. And do it from your heart, do it from whatever logic you have, and then let me know. And then we'll go from there. Oh, Glenn Hudson, it's not Georgia Couple, it's Florida Couple. She's Florida Couple 2011. Carol Stockman, me. Okay, cool. And then I need to figure out a way that I can tally these. So let me start putting this in here. Can these people open up a GoFundMe account? I guess. I mean, I was gonna. The way I have it set up right now is through PayPal. But remember, this is our first night doing it, so we're still solidifying what the rules of this whole thing are going to be, what rules should be changed, all that stuff. So basically, let's see. Guy who needs an MRI for his wife. That's a good one. Okay, they're all good ones. MRI for wife. Okay. Let's see. I'm just making sure I tally them all. Absolutely, Mr. Wolfgang. Absolutely. Oh, I know who you are. Absolutely. Scott seems okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Just reading through these. Please don't include. Oh, the Georgia couple. Okay, gotcha. Here we go. So that's 2 for the Georgia couple. Let's see what we've got here. The lady who needs an MRI. That's 3 for the Georgia couple. That's 2 for Florida couple, 3 for Florida couple, because Cheyenne and then Jane Doe. And call him with his wife in the background. Yeah, Glenn, I got you. That's the person that obviously a severe situation with lymph node based problem. I can use it law. No, my vote. Florida couple. Okay, 4. MRI couple. Vote MRI. So that's 2 right there through Evelyn Martinez. We're going to put Georgia couple up to 5. Mara Ride with the guy who needs MRI. That's 6. I vote for Florida couple as well. From Wolfgang, that's 5 for Florida couple. Misty Patel, whoever you think. Okay, well, I put in my vote for Florida, but that's fine either way. Florida couple votes for Cheyenne. And Cheyenne just had some recent vet bills that I made a bit of a donation to, but I'm sure she could always use a little bit more because vet bills are extremely expensive. But necessary, very necessary. I don't want that to be a negative thing for pets. MRI person. Okay, that's going to be 7 for Georgia couple. Joe Kane for Joe Kane. I like that. Joe Kane for Joe Kane. There you go. Add it to the list. Let's see. Okay, good. Where did Joe Kane go? He was my last one that I counted. Let's see. Oh, we got another call coming in, but I got to tally these things right now. So let me just go ahead and tally these. Call for his wife, and she needs an MRI. So Sandra Bryant. Okay, so we got 1, 2 for Georgia couple. That makes 9. We've got Florida couple. That makes 6. Okay. I stopped down for MRI couple. Looks like you're running couple. MRI couple, please. So that's another one for the MRI couple. That's 10 for MRI couple. So Dustin Beal. Okay, excellent. So you are the Georgia couple. Excellent. On this case. Howdy, yes, good sir. So give me a call tomorrow, one day at a time, and then give me a call at this phone number tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. Jan Culbertson. I see a little YouTube thing. I don't know what that vote is. Cheyenne for the fur babies. Okay, so Cheyenne's got another vote there. I need to talk to you, but can't find your phone number. There's a phone number, good sir, right below that. One at a time, MRI couple. So yeah, one day at a time. Just give me a call tomorrow because I actually have to go to the post office tonight. Absolutely, good sir. Okay, guys, we have 2 large front runners. We have Florida couple. And we also have, I believe it's Dustin Beal. At this time, I have decided that both will receive $25 donations. And it is ironic, and I cannot explain why. It is ironic that these 2 are the first individuals, and I cannot say why, considering everything and privacy and things like that. But it is ironic, I will say that, as to what is going on here with these 2 particular claimants, that they should be our first individuals to go ahead and receive a donation. What I'm going to do is, Florida couple, I'm going to go ahead and reach out to you for a way to go ahead and make the donation. And Dustin Beal, I'm going to go ahead and reach out to you and make the donation. I'm going to go ahead and, guys, we have our first 2 winners. We were supposed to have 1, but that's okay because these 2 people really do need the funds, especially with what's going on in their life. And it's incredible. No, Florida couple, you're not allowed to donate it back. You're making my dogs chubby, and I love you for it. I do, but they're getting chubby and they're cute. So here's the deal. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to catch you guys later. I'm going to reach out to them right now. I'm going to go ahead and get their information so I can make the donation. You have a wonderful night, everybody. All the best, and I'll catch up with you later. next Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m., as always, Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube. If you have any questions, give me a call, and I'll walk you through it. Thanks so much. Attorney Walter Knott, have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.